Hello there, welcome to the first episode of my interview podcast, Live with Musician in Corona Times. In this episode, I ask 5 questions to 11 amazing musicians about how they're spending their time in Corona Times and ask their thoughts about how the Corona is going to affect the future of the music. Before I show you the answers of these amazing musicians, I would love to invite you to the same journey, and I want you to write down your answers in the comment section down below. I want you to pause after each question, and I want you to write down your answers and share them with me, so we know what you've been going through. Question 1. How are you spending your time in current times, and how much of it is spent in musical activity? Question 2. Have you tried streaming your own music, and how was your experience with it? Question 3. Once the COVID crisis is over, do you think the live music will ever be the same? Question 4. What are the likely job opportunities for young musicians after all the lockdowns are over? Question 5. So is there a message that you want to send to your concert audience and all the other concert audiences, all the people who are starving to go to concerts? Thank you so much for being part of this interview already. I can't wait to read all your answers. Now I leave you with 11 amazing musicians who lives in the city of art, Vienna. Enjoy.
Sind die ganz gewöhnlich originellen scharfenden Wolfsfanmäuse, die Katzen jagen und die Frauen, die in der Freizeit ihre kochenden, putzenden, feministisch engagierten Männer schlagen. Hunde, die trotz Dauerpanik niemals verzagen. Ja, die Jäger, die sammeln und die Sammler, die jagen. Wir bringen den Speck in die Maden, die Geschichte in den roten Farben, bis die Obdachlosen endlich wieder Kohle haben.
I think like most of the times I'm spending my times with music, actually. So I think that's a big advantage of a musician, that you still got stuff to do, even if like everything is cancelled. You can still like improve and work on ideas, practicing technique, like exchanging ideas through the internet with guys, record yourself. So I think, I mean, like the situation for the gigs is terrible, but the time is pretty good for like stuff out that normally you don't have time to. No, I haven't actually, and we are not planning to do like streaming sessions or anything like that, because yeah, we don't think that's like an appropriate form of transporting our music to our audience. Oh man, I'm not sure about that. I hope so. Probably it's getting better because people get the feeling of like they missed something, and they are appreciating live music more than ever, hopefully. But it could be that's like the opposite direction, that like people are getting used to not going out, getting used to streaming everything over the internet, like or just watching YouTube videos, live shows from the past, and are not motivated to get out of the door anymore. So I'm not sure. I think it could be like both directions. I hope it's going like the first direction I described. Yeah, having like the hunger for live music and seeing a live performance. Pooh. I don't think like anything changed, man. We are still living in 21st century, so the options are not that good actually. I think like really making a living out of like playing music is not an easy situation right now. Like also teaching is not like the best situation, because there are too many musicians who are like wanted to teach, and there are not so many places to do that in a public music school. And I think like the whole situation with Corona won't change the hard life of a musician to get like some food into your mouth and like paying your bills and stuff, you know. I think that's pretty much the same after the situation is over. Yeah, probably the message would be like going out and try a concert and like be really like present and like really be there with the live performance and like trying to connect to the people who are like in the audience listening and connect to the people who are like playing live. I think if you open up your mind and your hearts, then nothing is lost. So probably that would be my advice to everyone who enjoy going to concerts.
Asking myself what I'm going to be. If I somehow get a ticket to see, I'll never be around where I want to be. Planning to see, am I taking out to a tree? Telling myself, yeah, I wanna be free. I work till I die, what's left to see? A life full of hustle, building sandcastle, while everybody else in the sea.
Well, I spend 7 to 8 hours practicing every day. I make my practice. My practice session. Let's say I start with some. Well, I've been changing it many times already. I'm not following a routine exactly. So I'm trying to do different things and coming back to the same routine, just to have a mix of everything that I can learn in these times. I have to cancel all the shows this month. No, I'm just doing posts in Instagram of the music I'm learning for the exam. And yeah, trying to learn as much as I can every day. I hope so. I don't know. This is a difficult question to answer because till this is not finished, we will not know. I hope it's everything in the same way like it was before. Because I have a lot of stuff going on and I wouldn't like to have to cancel again everything and being again in this kind of shadows of this shadows life. I don't know, being all the day practicing is also not going to improve. You can improve yourself as a musician practicing a lot alone, but there is a lot of things missing, that there are these good feelings to be playing with people and enjoy these practice hours that you spend. That's exactly for that reason, to make music with other people and enjoy it. Yeah, it depends, of course. I'm studying now, so my aim will be being a teacher when it's finished and keep on playing concerts and record my own music, start to compose my stuff. But everything starts when the studies ends, of course. Yeah, I want to say that I'm still there, so I'm gonna come back with all my strength to make the people happy, dance, and have a good time hearing music.
Yeah, I pull up my pants, don't need a belt like everybody else. My hips like the H to the OP, and hard to tell. I'm a young fella from the 90s, you're a sellout. Close your damn mouth while you eating, mama told me. This one for the homies, keeping it low-key, dropping standards. Ain't got no manners, and your girl wants a hammer from an MC like me. Living free, dropping bangers on repeat. Yeah, we do this every week, y'all.
I want someone to hold my hand.
I'm basically just making music at home all day. I mean, all the gigs and all the stuff has been cancelled for sure. But now I have more time for creating and just like making new tunes. No, I didn't really think about it yet because I'm like, I don't really have a big name yet, so like I don't think many people would watch it. I think you already have to like start something on YouTube or something, and people already know you to start streaming. I don't know. It's just my opinion. If it will be over, yes. I mean, the same, probably not, because everything changes and nothing is ever the same, even like from today and yesterday. But like we got some cool new features also out of this crisis, like live cameras and all the stuff. People can stream it online, as you already said. And that's pretty cool, like add-on. Like you could probably attend a concert online, just like instead of being there. I mean, it's a different experience, but still, it's cool. It offers more opportunities. And yeah, the same. I mean, if it ever will be over, we all hope so, because we live from that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be like pretty much the same as right now, I think. Like you can work in a studio or like work at a live show or be like, yeah, I mean, for a musician, there's either just, if you really want to do music, then you write your own music and go in the studio, record something and play live shows. Like, I think the best thing you can do is just stream online, as you said. I mean, there are pretty many opportunities where you can stream nowadays. So there's like, I don't know if Twitch also does like connects with clubs and stuff, and where you can stream concerts online, but there's always live streams with, for example, Porgy and Bess and stuff like that, where you can live stream concerts, and that's pretty much amazing. So I really would recommend doing that because it's helping out musicians a lot. Yeah. Other than that, stay safe, man.
So, you know, I spend my time actually as usual, like even if there wasn't a lockdown, I'm doing most of the stuff I was already doing. I mean, I'm very social still, but not now. I was very social. So this is falling out, of course, or most of the part. But I was already spending a lot of time alone before the lockdown. So, and I have already practiced from the first lockdown in spring, I guess. At least that's my reflection now on this time. Yeah, music-wise, I would say like at least 3 hours a day. Like, yeah, 3 hours, 4 hours maybe maximum. No, I haven't. No, I haven't done that yet. I don't have any experience with the live streaming as well. I know a lot of people who do that and did that, but I'm not really aiming for it because I think it's like an own, how do you say, like an own part you have to like look into, especially if you want to get to earn money. I think it's not so easy. So I already lose a lot of money anyway, and I'm not really motivated to do that. Of course, it's fun to do music, and I love the reaction of people and makes people happy, but I feel totally fulfilled and fine to just make music for myself for now. Yeah, of course. I think nothing is comparable to live music, even though technology is already on a very high level and always adapting and getting better and better in every aspect. I think nothing is comparable to seeing an artist live, and these sensations and feelings you get when listening to music live is something very different than being at home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what is very practical and good right now for musicians is if they have the possibility to teach, of course, because online teaching is easier than having a rehearsal together. You also have possibilities to do that online, but of course it's a little bit more complicated, especially if you're more than 2 people. So this is a good, like this is a little bit of a green card or safety thing. And of course, after lockdown, even more when people are not really able to have concerts as much anymore, or at least it needs a little bit more time to get back to this routine, then it's good to, I think, yeah, of course, also record for yourself, do projects and compose and rehearse a lot and prepare a lot, and at the same time just to earn a little bit of money to teach. Everything will be fine. Like people don't have to, you know, be disappointed for too long or frustrated or sad, because this is never gonna like not be there. It's just a very hard time right now, and it's a special year, but I'm very positive that everything is going to get back to normal pretty soon. Of course, it needs a little bit of time, and all us musicians will not have concerts right away when everything is over. I think that's clear, but I'm very positive that, yeah, we will get to have a lot of, probably even more concerts than before.
Basically, most of my time, I'd say, is spent doing at least something that has to do with music, like writing songs or doing tasks for me, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, my band especially, we all of us basically use the time to write a lot of songs, so we have a bunch of new songs that we can hopefully practice soon. Not yet, no. We're working on an album right now, but Corona kind of disrupted our plans because now we cannot meet. So yeah, basically just the vocal tracks are missing. But yeah, we cannot record right now. But if it's done, we want to get it on Spotify and YouTube and SoundCloud. I hope so, but you know, a fear that I have is that a lot of these smaller venues might not survive Corona. I'm less worried about, you know, the great venues. The concerts themselves will probably, in my opinion at least, be somewhat the same, because I already saw after the first lockdown, everyone was like, yeah, let's go out and let's do concerts. And at least in my region, a lot of venues contacted bands and said, hey, we want to make concerts again. The people, you know, everybody wants to go out. So I hope the concerts will be the same. So, yeah. That after the first lockdown, everybody wanted to go to concerts, or everybody wanted to make concerts. So maybe a lot of bands will have the opportunity to play gigs because, well, at least shortly after lockdown and after the crisis especially, everybody wants to go to concerts. So every venue is looking for bands, I think. Yeah, teaching is always an option, even in Corona times, because yeah, you can do it online. It's not the best online, but it works. Yeah, if you are a songwriter or a composer, I mean, I don't think anything will change in this department, because the people who needed songs before the crisis will probably need songs after the crisis. Yeah, and for producers, I think it will be basically the same as before the crisis. So yeah, stay tuned for what the future might bring, because maybe in lockdown a lot of bands have wrote a lot of new songs. So, you know, stay tuned for the future, I'd say.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I'm not spending as much time on music as I wish to. Also during the Corona time. Also, if I have actually free time to do anything with what I want, because it's like a little bit lack of motivation if you have no projects going on, and yeah. But still, I mean, it's hard. Yeah, we had like kind of a project with Erste Bank. They sent like a video on Facebook of my band, and they promoted our first single, Coming Home, and sent them on Facebook, and I think on YouTube, I don't know. Yes.
Mm-hmm. How did it work for you, the whole project?
It was quite cool. We got some followers, some people which are following us right now. And yeah, it's quite cool actually. Of course, 100%. I think actually if like the virus is really gone, I think that people will go nuts and crazy because they would love to actually go to concerts. And I think people will appreciate in the beginning concerts more than they used to, because back then it was normal to go to a concert, but now you have nearly 1 year no concerts, And so the people that, if Corona is gone, people really appreciate it to go to concerts. And I think there will be new festivals, new things growing, new bands coming, new concert venues opening. And I think there will be a nice future, because in every bad time, a nice time comes. It's always, like, if the lockdown is over, there'll be concerts again. Some musicians we can play at concerts again. Other people, for example, could also go to busk on the street to play street music again. People, I think the teaching is not really gone right now. People still take music lessons, instrumental lessons. And I think right now we are in a crisis, but after that, I think everything will go again smoothly, because it's normal, like on every downfall, it's going up again. Yes, and I think in this crisis, actually, people can really perfect their things which they are not happy with. For example, during the crisis, building a new album, for example, making the whole promotion for the album. So when the Corona is like, when we finally defeated the coronavirus, suddenly you can put this album out there and so on. So it's a time to actually to relax and to work on yourself. So what I would say to the audience, just like just come to concerts, and just go also support local artists which you know. Go to your friends. Go maybe to a concert from bands which you never heard of. It's funny. It's especially, like, imagine you have a free night, and instead of sitting at home with your friends, just say, let's go to this concert. We don't know this band, but let's check them out. And you can drink there, get drunk, dance to the music. And maybe that's your new favorite band, which you will support and have their t-shirts on and be crazy about them.
So you gotta keep the business running. Don't get off a beaten track. Don't show too open what you lack. Don't find yourself inside a dream. Don't talk too loud or too extreme. You gotta keep the business running. You're not a fool, man. Play it cool. There's not too much heart in martial arts. Don't waste your time. Save every time. Keep in line and keep the business running.
I am spending almost all my day online. I'm trying to go outside in the morning, and I'm taking a break, and I'm reading something, and I'm jogging and all those things. But then from 10 o'clock in the morning, I prepare my teaching. And then from about 1 o'clock, I'm starting with my online lessons. And I'm trying to record some things, but that's all. I'm not like meeting friends or bands, and I'm not rehearsing at the moment, and I'm not having any concerts at the moment. No. I have streamed a lot before because we were meeting as a band and everything, but during the lockdown, my life is upside down. I have switched all my lessons online, and I have figured out lots of programs and stuff, and I need lots of time to prepare things. So the streaming of my private music or of my music as a musician is actually, it moved in the back very much. That's a fantastic question. I have thought about it myself. I have also thought about whether Corona is going to be over. That's very interesting, because maybe Corona in one or the other form will be with us all the time. Maybe, we don't know. Like other things, like a flu or something like that. We always have it, but maybe it changes. And I don't know how much the influence will continue when we have a vaccine. I don't know. But yeah, I think live music will, we have two possibilities. Either we measure it as more worthy in future because we had a loss, and so maybe we will be really thankful and grateful for having the possibility to come together and listen to music together live. Or on the other hand, we have figured out that it is very fragile to rely on live music. So maybe it also music online gathers importance. So we will find different ways how to still continue spreading our music, even if we're not able to put all our, even if we're not able to do that all live in future. I think there are many possibilities, many chances. I have noticed that online teaching is, until now, there was a lot of online teaching going on, but I always had the impression those were specialists somehow. But now I have the impression everybody is online, everybody knows, yeah, it works and it's easy, and we have many possibilities to teach online, so everyone can do that. Mm-hmm. Even in other countries also. Keep up a good vibe, keep up a good mindset. We're gonna be back on the streets sometimes, and maybe even sometimes I go through the inner city when I can go through the inner city when I go jogging or something like that, and there are sometimes there are people on the street playing a simple guitar or something like that, and I enjoy it so very much. It is like as if you find flowers after a winter or something like that. It gains so much speciality. I don't know how to say this. And I think we're gonna enjoy having concert in future very much more than we did before already. And I'm looking forward to it.
Hard question. A lot of lying around, doing nothing, I guess. Well, not a lot, but more than normally, I would say. But also more time with music, because you get bored far more easy. So yeah, I think that's that. No. Hard question. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that topic, but I think it will normalize or get close to how it was. Maybe it won't be the same, but yeah. Which things stay the same, like changing all the time. I guess the same as before, but I think we already see a rise in like home studio recording stuff, and you really only need an iPhone to produce music nowadays. So go to concerts when this shit is over, because we will need it. Buy merch, buy vinyl, buy CDs, help your local musician friends or just musicians, in case you don't like them, but help them out. It will be great, I think. I'm really looking forward
maybe next year in summer or something, I hope.
Where this lockdown started, I made 1 week without hearing or making any music. General, I was looking no Netflix or at all. I say to myself, I want to look how this affected me to make after this week music, you know. So how it affected me to really shut down from everything that you normally concern. The only thing was that I was doing was writing things down on a sheet, only from my mind. So things that I'm come up to, nothing to has be really a concept behind. So only if I have something in mind, then I wrote it down and try without any instrument or anything helps, so only from mind.
Nice.
Yeah. So after this week, I saw, okay, it's really weird how things come up to me when I concept nothing, really no hearing Spotify or my music that I like. So that was really a new experience to me. That was really cool. And from then I was really more productive, because the last lockdown I was a little bit lazy. I was okay. I have still university. I'm what I do, but yeah. And now I think I'm really try to be productive, and every time when I do something, I try to learn something new. No. Not really.
No. Not really.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
But I never did this before. I'm not sure if I can stream the music I make.
Why do
Maybe
you think
I think the music I make is I'm not making music for one person. If I compose something, I always make it for a band, because that's the thing that I'm most interested in. I'm not a solo artist, or I don't think about me like a solo artist. I always like to play with people and not alone. So when I write music, then I wrote it for people. The only thing where I thought about is that maybe that I can start to make a production line, that I produce something and make from that a stream. That's the only thing maybe I want to try, but I need a clear concept for myself to do that. Until I have that, I let my fingers down and don't do it.
Okay.
Because I only want to make such a stream if it's really structured and not, okay, I'm making now because, yeah, fun. It's hard to say. Because I think till we have now our lockdown, then it comes again. They will open for Christmas thing and such thing, and I think then will come again a lockdown. I think that will repeat till we have something to heal Corona or to make something against it. Till that point, we have it till it is now, and I also think they will open now normal business, but they won't make concerts open. Maybe it's good that now providers maybe search for a way to make online music more better. That I can be here and the other musician can be in LA and the other one in London, but we can all play together and make a live concert. So maybe now the developer of software make things for us possible now. That would be for me a way to, okay, it doesn't need live concerts if we can make it like that way. So like the Porgy made it before that they stream it, but then also people has to be in the same room. And that's, yeah. Yeah, it's hard because I think now it's not really, it's still, if you know musicians and you think yourself, okay, I also want to be a musician, now it's not the time for it. Because I have a few colleagues that are studying now and they say, okay, I don't want to teach, I only want to play, but now is no opportunity to play. There's nothing. So and if you're not in the scene, if you don't know any people, you don't have the opportunity to play with somebody or make anything, and that's really shit for young musicians now, for people who are starting now. It's difficult, it's really tough. Support everything, support musicians. If you know musicians and they make a record, buy the record or buy their merch, help them out, and maybe also make the challenge to not concern anything in general for 1 week or more, that you can see, okay, I'm missing that. I'm missing to have music in my car or under my shower. I'm missing to lay down on my couch at the evening and look a movie. See really what happens when you don't have the opportunity to do that, because I think if people missing the things, they more know, okay, that's work after that. Musicians have to work that I can have my fun and listen to that shit. Because I think most people don't know that it's hard work to do our job.
So, a little background, I'm working at a studio. Maybe you can see it a little bit behind me. And we were open the whole time. What has changed is that everybody else has been working from home, which is kind of fun. Honestly, for me, not a lot has changed. Since I'm here at the studio, like I said, nobody else is here, so we don't have to worry about like maximum capacity and that kind of stuff. Most of my day is still spent with doing music, or music related topics, like doing video editing for our company, for the studio, doing some social media work for our company, but also my own musical project. So 80% of my day still music, probably. So I've had I've released a couple of things on like the normal streaming platforms like Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music, that kind of stuff. I've not done a whole lot of music streaming on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, that kind of thing. What I am doing is trying to do regular live streams, just me and another person talking on camera, kind of like we are doing now, like how we're doing, what's going on. What's the news? If we have like an upcoming release, we're going to talk about that. So it's not a lot of live streaming music. It's more live streaming talking about releases, music, that kind of thing. Same? No, I don't think so. I think it will go back to the way it was somehow. And I don't think anybody really knows how that's going to look like or what that's going to look like. I think it's going to be interesting to see which part of the industry kind of go back and which part of the industry don't. So I expect that there's going to be shows again, there's going to be live music again, but maybe it's also going to be live streamed at the same time. So maybe I can watch like a rock concert from India or something in the future. So maybe people will come up with like hybrid solutions. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting if the money is still going to be there, because of course people are having a tough time right now depending on the area they live in around the world. Venues are having tough times right now depending on what support programs governments have put in place. And everybody working in the music industry is having a really tough time right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how much of that is coming back. I don't think it's ever going to be the same as it used to be. That's a good question. To a certain extent, again, I don't think nobody really knows yet. If you look at the way the music industry has been moving the last couple of years, it was already tough, especially for people behind the scenes, such as songwriters, producers, session musicians, that kind of thing. I think the live industry to a certain point will come back. So if you're planning on doing more live work, that is probably a good area to go into. For everybody else, man, it's going to be a tough time. If you don't have as many live shows anymore, less royalties are going to come in. If you as a songwriter don't make sure that you're going to get some of the royalty streaming money, but again, that's not a whole lot. So maybe try to go into like some sync businesses, try to get your music into TV shows and movies and that kind of thing. But yeah, like all the old systems that have been put into place, like radio airplay, I don't know how much of a business that's going to be in the future. I think it's definitely going to be tough, but it's going to be interesting to see who can come up with good ideas to still sustain themselves throughout the next upcoming years. I mean, first of all, don't be stupid about it. So just because somebody might put on a concert right now and it's illegal or in their basement or something, it might not be the best idea to do it right now. But once it's safe again and at a place where you can have concerts, where you can have live shows, where you can have DJ sets, where you can have parties again, where somebody might be singing it or something like that, definitely do it. Also try to take it into your own hands, because I don't think we can fall back as much on bigger venues, on bigger promoters, on bigger booking agencies, because some of them might not be around anymore. The people that you knew inside those companies might not be there anymore. They might work at a gas station now or something. I don't know. But try to really take it up into your own hands, because there's so many ways that you can organize concerts. Even if it's your favorite artist and they're struggling right now, try to put on a concert yourself. Might not be the easiest thing to do, but it might be a very cool idea. So try not to fall back too much on other people. Try to really put yourself into it and see what happens. I think that's might not be towards audiences really, but the whole live side of music really.
It's like 90% musically, because yeah, first lockdown hit me real hard, but I just needed time to get used to the situation. I think the second lockdown I was prepared with 2 of my bands. We're doing recordings now, and so quite my schedule is full. I would say so. It's just I spent my day try to get up just in time, 8 o'clock, not much later, and then practice. I practice much practicing, and there's not much changing of plans actually. It's just that I'm completely alone and by myself with all the planning, and just I have to give myself the feedback every day to stay in the plan, and feedback about was the day good or not. So I think that's difficult. That's the most difficult part of it. Not to get the echo, the reflection. It's everything I love in music depends on other musicians being around, and so that's a difficult part. Not really. It's I hate to say it, but I'm pretty bored by streamed music. I really don't like it. I mean, I do a bunch of Instagram videos, but not a single Instagram video is planned, or it's like I'm sitting there and doing online concerts and stuff. It so bores me out, and I have to be honest, I haven't watched a single streamed concert during Corona times. That's not good for me to say as a musician, but it's everything I like with watching concerts, and being at concerts is completely lost with live streaming. And so I'm lucky that none of my bands has ever tried this and didn't ever want to try it, because it bores me out. That's a hard question, because I'm not sure if COVID will be over soon. I think I think it will take us quite a time to come back to the normal concerts and normal live situations, and I'm kind of sad about that, but also I'm trying to change my mind, and that we have to change and just adapt to that situations. But I think when it's really possible to make live concerts again, I think as soon as it is possible, that people will go to concerts again and just enjoy it just as much as before. That's what I'm looking forward, and I'm really hoping for it. And I don't think the live concerts will change. Maybe there will be more streaming, but live concerts is live. You can't compare a live concert to streaming, if you ask me. Oh damn. That's wow, you tell me. I don't know, it's first lockdown hit me hard because I ended my studies in January, as you know, and then there was just a month between my diploma and COVID-19, and it's like I can't even tell you, is it different to music, to a musician to work in music than it's now, because I only know as a working musician, I only know Corona, the COVID-19 situation. I don't know nothing else, and I don't know. you tell me if there's other opportunities. I'm still fighting to adapt to that and to don't know, to keep my head up to that there will be such as normal working as a musician after that, and don't know. It's hard enough to be a working musician without fucking COVID-19. So yeah, that's a real hard question. Hits me.
Definitely. I'm glad you like my questions.
Yeah. It's hard enough to be a working musician without fucking COVID-19. So yeah, that's a real hard question. Hits me.
Definitely. I'm glad you like my questions.
Yeah. I don't quite like the image that all that streaming and all that sending videos of you playing alone to other musicians in the band and then compile it to just a song. All that streaming and online presents is forming an image of music that I think is not what music is about. Because I often hear that non-musicians think now like, okay, what do you even complain, because it is possible to make music, but for my opinion that's not the same. Everything I do, I have to say it again, everything I love in making music is to interact with other musicians, and I don't like the image that this whole streaming situation gives the audience and non-musicians, that they think that it's the same and that it's possible. Even writing music is so much different when you're not around other musicians. It's like I have a band, one of my bands is exclusively writing music together. So all songs exist, just we're playing together, and it comes kind of out of jamming together, and all this is lost, and all that all jazz music. I really like jazz music now after my studies. Wow. And jazz music is living on interacting with other musicians, and all that is lost, and I would like to for people to recognize how much it depends on getting together. To be honest, I think it's total fucked. I hate Corona.
Okay.